punctuated at times by cruel lows, but a journey that's been bathed in heroic, iconic and historic moments. Signed up at 9, in the first team at 18, European champion at 24, he will depart at 34 with legendary status long since assured. He's a man revered by his people like nobody before him. Today Anfield says goodbye and gives thanks to Steven Gerrard. Liliella, Lords and Lexi, Gerrard's 3 daughters, fittingly, will be brought out onto the field ahead of this game as well. A man who has had so many ovations in his 17 years as a player here. If this is Anfield, then he is Liverpool. A day of moist eyes and goodbyes. But for Steven Gerrard, there's the need to bid farewell to Anfield on a high. It's the points, rather than the praise and plaudits, that matter over the next 90 minutes. Nketiah able to bring it away. Kelly, the deepest of Palace's outfield players. And Skirtle not climbing on Shamak. The referee has, in fact, indicated the advantage. It's Balassi, and still Yannick Balassi. The deflection takes it spinning wide, and Mignolet's goal gone wide.
Well, I think this suits Balassi, just the freedom to roam where he wants, and he's able to drift into wider positions where he knows the space is available, and it's always a case then of trying to get it on that right foot, and Mignolet was strong.
Chung Yong Lee will take it. Oh, missed kick from Coutinho. How costly will that prove to be? Back in from Lee. Oh, Kelly's put pressure on Dan. And Lallana is in here for Liverpool. First blood to the Reds. Steven Gerrard, the first man to congratulate Adam Lallana, the goal scorer. Is Gerrard going to be given the big Anfield send-off with a victory?
I just think the pressing from Liverpool is superb, and it's a weak pass from Kelly. He put Dan in all sorts of trouble. Maybe he should have put his foot right through it, Dan. He didn't. Lallana was able to benefit from the ricochet. Just coming up from the tackle now, and it ran for him. But listen, he still had a lot to do once he got in position. How good is that? How cool is that? And maybe Steven Gerrard on the way. A little deflection as well, which helped it higher. But maybe Steven Gerrard on the way to a happy send-off, a very happy send-off.
4 from Henderson. Sterling and Coutinho linking up well. Here's Raheem Sterling. Worked the angle, but couldn't divert it either side of Wayne Hennessy.
Come back to him, because it's lovely work from the Brazilian to flick it through to start with, and he's made the run behind him, and if Sterling had just got his head up, then he would have seen.
Puncheon. Still Puncheon, that time on his favoured left foot. It's a good save by Mignolet after the deflection.
Yeah, and the little cut inside, and there's the little nick that it took as well, and it was just heading inside the post.
He's not taking any chances.
No.
Well, he did it against Manchester United, and he goes the other way to do it against Liverpool. That is a goal of real quality from Jason Puncheon that gets Palace back on level terms.
I think they've always been in the game, Crystal Palace, and this is a beauty, it really is, because I think he's fooled Mignolet into thinking that he might place it where he did last week, and he's just thought, well, I'm going to go for the other corner, and he's completely fooled him. Wall has jumped to try and deal with it, can't get there. It's just fantastic, the execution, and deserved for me.
Shamak for MacArthur, now Balassi. Cleverly done by Yannick Balassi. It's Lee. Not so cleverly done by him.
delay and hope that Chan committed himself. But again, it's a lovely piece of skill by Balassi to finally.
Sterling stumbling, but maintaining possession. Lallana, back for Raheem Sterling. And Coutinho can't hit the target. Better from Liverpool, while attack of the second half.
Well, it's needed from Liverpool. It really is. And I mean, this is a fella who his shooting has come on in leaps and bounds. Coutinho, but not that time. I mean, he knows more than anyone that.
Wilfried Zaha is being readied by Crystal Palace, incidentally, and will be on in a moment. Ibe.
That's nice work from Ibe. He couldn't live up to it, and he's obviously trying to rebuild it all again.
MacArthur. Balassi for Dan, back for Yannick Balassi again. Good ball in, bundled into the net, it's 2-1. How about that for an immediate impact? Zaha scores with his first touch, and only seconds after coming on, he's given Palace the lead at Anfield.
Zaha got the final touch, but Balassi was the one who pretty much delivered the damage again. And for me, Lovren is having a torrid time with him. He really is. He just can't seem to stay with him. Plays the little 1-2, gets away from the Croatian, can't tackle him. Now, when this is fed in, it looked like he was in an offside position. It looked as if he was just ahead of the ball. He's got away with that. Zaha and Palace look like at this stage they might just spoil the party.
Wanted the ball on the edge of the penalty area, who peeled off and found space. Lucas and Ricky Lambert both getting ready to come on here for Liverpool. Sterling. Gerrard!
Went for placement. Have to be a risk taker now. He's going to have to venture forward a little bit more. Needs must for Liverpool, and he's just tried to place that inside.
So a double change here for Liverpool. Lucas coming on. Got Liverpool out of some desperate situations in the past. In fairness, in games that have a higher profile than this one. But nevertheless, you just wonder whether there is one last chapter in and an astonishing story. Here's Balassi at the other end, though. Still Yannick Balassi. How close was that?
A bit of a shambles. And that time I thought he was in line. Moreno just kind of drifted a little too far forward, didn't need to. And it's very, very cool on his part to come inside. He deserved a goal. He's been absolutely superb, Yannick Balassi.
Much. Puncheon. Mignolet just about made the save. The flag was up. So whether the ball has gone over the line ultimately is academic. The flag was up against him.
What a save this is from Simon Mignolet. He produced a good one in the first half, but when Puncheon hit this, that's superb, absolutely superb. I'm not sure.
Zaha away from Chan. Penalty to Palace. No complaints from the Liverpool men. Wilf Zaha wins the penalty, and Crystal Palace have the chance into 4 minutes of stoppage time. It's Glenn Murray, saved by Mignolet. Nothing you can do about the rebound, and Crystal Palace lead by 3-1. Talk about coming to Anfield to poop the party. They've done it in. It's farewell to a player who deservedly takes his place in the pantheon of greats at one of the most illustrious clubs in world football, and you can pay him no higher a compliment than that. Steven Gerrard will leave the Anfield turf as a Liverpool player for the last time on the losing side. But he's a man whose contribution will be spoken of in reverential tones to generations of Liverpool supporters. And even the other bona fide club legends rise to applaud a man whose contribution to this club on and off the field has been immeasurable.